This is a Mining Interactive video production.
Good afternoon. This is Midweek with Nicholaas, and it's September the 22nd, 2010. Well, Mayday, Mayday and Mayday. In the past, From the Desk of Nicholaas letters have warned you in advance of the phenomenal buying opportunity in the hard assets, like the precious metals and the commodities. We have written about volatility, and we've written about the financial tsunami that is coming at us, as well as the cresting of that tsunami. And now I'm screaming as loud as I can, Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. I'm going to be as short as possible to back up my Mayday call. The system devised by liars and schemers that we all have aided and abetted over the years, and allowing them free rein, is now coming to an end. Yes, my friends, their sins are coming home to roost. Now we will be seeing the demise of the left, of socialism. We will see municipal, state and government bond defaults. Yes, I am expecting that we will see not only municipal and state defaults, but government defaults as well. We cannot rely on governments to do the right thing and stop the spending and stop inflating its bureaucracies. Governments will only react to the voters. They need to be re-elected and only to be re-elected. If they feel that they will get more votes by creating more spending, more stimulus and government spending, then they will. They will issue more bonds that unsuspected investors may end up holding in the end. They will eventually default. Then there is the free press that we cannot rely upon. A free press is supposed to be unmasking the liars and the schemers. The press is supposed to defend and expose the truth, but publishers simply support the government's socialistic agendas. They allow people like Obama to make statements on taxation that drives capital away. Exactly the capital that we need to create enterprise and jobs. They make statements like, and let me quote this here from a press article, calls for government spending grow louder by the day on the fear of a growing global economy slowdown. And the end of the quote. Where do they get this kind of diatribe? The slowdown in the global economy? Give me a break. Didn't anybody in the press notice the phenomenal increase in GDP in India, the Asian countries and China? Latin America's economic growth, like that in Brazil, is the kind of growth that here in North America we would just love to have. Fears of global economic slowdown. I'm certainly not fearful of that. Yes, we should fear a slowdown in North America because statements by our leaders and uncertainty about taxation levels driving investment capital away to more hospital climes will not help us here in North America. It should by now be apparent to even the press that these socialistic governments have only been concerned with empire and bureaucracy building. There has been and still is the primary objectives by these socialists, and that is creating government jobs. But my friend, this is now coming to an end. Capital will not, I say not flow into government bonds. It will flow to job-creating private enterprise, and specifically to those areas in the world that have a stable, trainable workforce and a stable taxation regime. Yes, capital is now switching from government to the private sector, finally. And that, my friends, is why I'm screaming, Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. The trust in government and its socialist bureaucracies ship that they have been sailing for so long is sinking. And as James Dine says, a backlash against expansive government is taking hold. Hence my Mayday call. But now the good news. There is a dawning of enterprise, and the corporate sector will be the benefactor of this switch from investing and trusting government sectors by investors to the private sector. Because of this, there certainly are and will be great buying opportunities coming your way and my way. And you can take advantage of that by, as a starting measure for that matter, continue to invest in the hard asset sector. For example, the precious metals, base metals, rare earth, uranium, and oil and gas stocks. The senior precious metal companies are on top of my list for a buy and hold. And I'll say it again, for a buy and hold. From where I sit, these are the companies that will outperform any Mayday crisis situation in the bonds. Put them in your retirement accounts. Then profit that you will be receiving will be tax-free. Yes, profits. You should, of course, have a well-balanced portfolio with senior, low risk, as well as intermediate, medium risk, and high risk companies. The kind of higher risk resource exploration companies that could hit a home run and return many times your investment. We represent, of course, some of these higher risk companies that you can access by going to our website at mininginteractive.com for further information. So my friends, stay the course, be in hard assets, protect yourselves for the future and your families. Happy hunting for now, and once again, this was Midweek with Nicholaas. And as always, stay tuned for the next Midweek. Bye for now.